my friend. Okay. All right.
My business, personal business, I should say, as well as helping a nonprofit that I'm associated with. She gets back to you. She knows the answer. In fact, this past week, we thought we had a little tax liability coming our way. The good news is, nah, you're fine, but you don't qualify for that tax yet. So, Andra, we love you. We appreciate what you do, both for this chapter and what you've done for us.
Thank you, Pete. Glad to be here. I skipped a year. I flew under the radar, but here I am. All right. I try to be an accountant with a personality because that seems to be an issue in our industry of people just feeling uncomfortable, like we're just some just horrible thing that people have to do. So that's a picture of me and Rick Ryder, Halloween a couple years ago. That was actually my dream career, was to be a rock star. I'm married, have 4 sons, and a daughter, Gabby, our dog. When I started in this chapter, my son Alex was in 1st grade, and now he's a freshman at St. Pete College. I've been here a while. Went to Dining High School. I'm local, been around for a long time. I run into a lot of people who went to the same high school still. And so it's kind of cool having that relationship in the local community. I went to University of Miami. Sorry to all of you who didn't. It's a great place. I was in the marching band, and I was there at the Orange Bowl when we won in 1988. Huge fun time for me. My big hobby is playing poker. People probably heard about that at this point. It's a dream to win the big one and just visit you guys sometimes. But I played the World Series of Poker main event of 2021, and my table was picked to be one of the feature tables where they mic'd us up and they had the hole cards. And this famous announcer is like, Zackow was going for a thin river bet on the value bet on the river. And I was like, oh my God, he said my name. So anyway, that's my excitement. Got a few different networks. I've got my BNI network here, which has changed my life really, having so many other business owners that I'm close with. I've still got all my college friends, and then I have my poker network there in the bottom. You meet a lot of people. A lot of business owners play poker, so it's amazing. So some fun facts about me and our firm. I passed the CPA exam in 1992, the first time, which is supposed to be a big deal. My dad was impressed because he's a college professor. I've been doing this for 30 years, since I was 12. And I have 2 partners, Chet Ingalls and Boo Trong. He's a bit older than us, and she's a bit younger than me. And so we'll be around a long time. And my birthday is coming up in March 11th. It's a rough time for me, March, because it's tax season. It's the height of it, so please treat me well. Here's a picture of all of us this past Christmas. We always go to the St. Pete Yacht Club for Christmas dinner. So we have 4.5 staff now. We have a part-time person, 4 full-time staff accountants, and the 3 partners and our office manager. So we're small, but we're not teeny. So what does a CPA firm do? I know we've had our bookkeepers in their group, and then we have the CPA. A bookkeeper is more, they handle your transactions. They download all your activity from your credit cards, your bank statements. They may do payroll. Ideally use a payroll company like Jake Welch's company. They handle that day-to-day stuff. And then your CPA is more that advisor who kind of understands everything to do with finance, getting bank loans, you're packaging your business for sale. There's just so many things that the CPA does where the bookkeeper is doing the day-to-day stuff, and then we take over. Our firm does do bookkeeping and what we call write-up, where we compile information. But our big focus is tax and advising business owners on everything they need to know, kind of like an outsourced CFO. So I'm just going to go right into some great referrals I've had in the past. So here at BNI, I was referred to a client. They're out in California. They have like about 5 companies. They have companies that hold real estate. And I act as kind of like an outsourced CFO for this company, where they just send me like $5,000 every quarter, and it covers their taxes for all the companies, loan packaging. He's investing in some weird thing and he needs advice on that. just anything he needs that's kind of high level, but he's not big enough to have an internal accounting department. So that's a great referral for me that I got from BNI that's added up a lot over the years. Other great clients, a real estate partnership with multiple owners. That's great, especially I specialize a bit in the real estate accounting and tax. I have a foreign guy with like, I don't know, he's got like 8-10 partnerships now. He's got like 70 foreign investors, hundreds and hundreds of houses in each one. And I'm able to do that tax return. Do I look forward to it each year? No, but I'm good at it. So it is what it is. It's a very lucrative client. And it's interesting. I've learned a lot from that. S corporations owned by maybe 2 spouses, or an LLC who needs to understand more about, should I be an S corporation? Those are great clients. They're great because I can also refer them for business coaching. I can refer them for payroll. I can refer them for when they want to sell their business. So those are great referrals for me. Complicated personal tax returns. We don't really look for people, just a couple W-2s or 1099 retirement fund, something like that. We're probably too expensive for that. They don't really need us. It's those complicated ones for investors that have maybe a bunch of different K-1 forms. They have 5 W-2s. They have kids in college. They own a business, or they're self-employed, or they own a bunch of rental properties. Those are the type of clients that are really great referrals for personal tax returns for me. Someone who's foreign and they own rental properties in the United States, they have to file what's called a 1040 NR. We do a ton of those here. Bad referrals. Someone who owes a lot of money for many years, lots of unfiled returns to catch up on, but they can't afford to have me do their taxes. You know, they're great referrals if they can afford me to help, but if they can't, then I just feel bad, and sometimes I get involved in things I shouldn't. Individual or business who does their own taxes, and just this one time they need someone because it's over their head and they're immediately going to not come back ever again. It's like, not the greatest referral. Someone who's switching because their prior accountant filed an extension for them. I love extensions. I mean, how do you fit the whole country filing in like 3.5 months? It's insane. Extensions are great. Someone who needs, I guess it's similar to my last one, does that one. People who are offended by poker players or have no sense of humor. I don't like people who aren't fun, and I don't have to deal with people who aren't fun because we got a lot of clients. So that's kind of my who I want, who I don't want, kind of what we do. And also just to let you know, keep your eyes out for getting another bookkeeper in this group, because I liked having that relationship with Stacy and Wendy before her. I love clients who have bookkeepers because I can advise them. They don't have maybe a CFO or a controller, so that bookkeeper can ask me questions all year whenever they need help. And then their stuff's super clean. I love those types of clients. So that's me.